What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Chopper Style bringing you a review on The Flash, Season 6, Episode 11. This review will contain spoilers, so do not watch if you haven't seen the episode. Just going to give my thoughts and, what I think about it. I'm not going to go through each and every detail, but I like at the beginning when Iris came out the mirror, you're not sure what's exactly going on. You don't know if it's really Iris and or if it's a different version of Iris, even McCulloch. I mean, when they first started, I kind of thought it was actually Iris. And then once she got around Barry, you seen right off the bat, we all know Iris can't cook, you know, and Barry does a great job of, still loving her for it, but she can cook. And Barry's like, man, this is different. So you know off the bat that something's different now. She can cook. She squeezed some juice for him, you know. And then, yeah, they went out to dinner, and that's when Aminette Black showed up. And I will say, Aminette Black, I love her character. I don't know how she is in the comics, but the way she is portrayed on the Flash TV show, she's just a good time, And I like how she can go from being nice and giggly and whatever, and then she'll try to kill you a second later. Like, you never know what she's gonna do. Like, she's bipolar, but it was good to see her. I like this episode had her in it. I wasn't aware that Goldface was in it. I really wasn't. I don't know, maybe I didn't pay attention to the trailer, but yeah, Goldface, he's back in it. And I guess they were lovers and they dated, and now they're broke up. Like, I guess it's a Valentine's Day episode, so it's cool. You could tell this episode it's meant to be a little bit of filler, but it still had character development. It's not like it was 100% filler. It may not have had a whole bunch of action, but it was still funny. And I like that. At least it was funny. It was really funny. It had a little bit of character development, so it really wasn't boring. Like, normally in old seasons of The Flash, a filler episode would just be 100% boring, and it was like I kind of feel like I wasted my time watching. Like, I like The Flash, so it's never wasted time, but it sucks to wait a week for a filler episode to come out, and it's just, lackluster. But with this season, I've noticed there hasn't been one episode that's just been completely boring and unentertaining. Actually, I find this episode to be probably the funniest episode of the season. When they was at the bar scene, and Iris broke the bottle over dude's head, and Flash heard it, and he was saying but the code word bananas. I about lost it, man. That was a good part. But what I like about in this episode is Iris does a good job of kind of being herself. Like, you kind of get the thought that she is different, but at the same time, you kind of don't know, because I mean, you can kind of tell it's Eva McCulloch, but she does a good job of hiding it. Because I'm not sure with the mirror world. Uh, I think in this in the Flash TV show, they are portraying it different than the comics. Because in this one, not only is Iris, or not only is Eva McCulloch, I guess you don't know if she's a part of Iris. Is she actually, can she transform into her? Like, you have no idea if it's just a doppelganger version. Like, it's I'm unaware of exactly how they portray is Eva McCulloch inside of Iris or inside the mirror, or I don't know. But what's crazy is you would think that she wouldn't have all the memories and thoughts of Iris, but she has everything. She knows everything Iris knows down to the T, and she also has a personality of Eva. So it's almost, she has two versions of herself in one body, and I like that. I like the way they portrayed Mirror World. It's kind of a believable twist, I would say. She was even speaking Italian, and I'm like, yeah, that's definitely not Iris. She can't do all that. You know, and then they're chasing after this flower pollen that could make you read minds and stuff. I will say, towards the end of the episode, I could not believe that they lightweight had a sex scene. At first, I'm like, they're not really doing this. I thought they was gonna do some kiss or whatever, but they lightweight had a sex scene. You didn't see nothing, and that's definitely odd for the Flash TV show. It was a little much, but it was just funny. I didn't mind it. I thought it was hilarious, and especially when Goldface said, "Daddy likes to battle." Man, that has to be one of the funniest one-liners ever in Flash. I I wasn't expecting that, but it was good. Also it was good to see Frost and Allegra in it. Allegra, pretty much getting a little bit more story development. You don't know too much about the character, so I like seeing her in episodes, so you get to know more about her. And I love seeing Frost. I like that Caitlin is giving Frost time because Killer Frost you didn't know too much about her. She just came out when it was time to whip some ass. And that was cool because she's really good at fighting, but I want to know more about her. And it's cool that they are switching it off. I mean, Caitlin's still in it, but I like that they are giving Frost a chance because she's a different character, and played very well. And you just want to get to know her. Uh, but she helps Allegra, and that's cool. I guess it kind of fails, but eventually, she helps out. Well, Nash Wells definitely helped out. I guess the doppelganger Allegra is pretty much his daughter, and he hasn't told nobody. I don't know why. I guess he wants to hide it, but I figure like why not just say something instead of being weird about it. But he gave her some great advice. I mean that's his daughter, so he's gonna be able to give the best advice possible to her to help her with the situation that Frost was. She wants to talk to some dude. I mean, it's just story development, nothing really important. I didn't really care too much about it, but I just like seeing the characters. But as a whole, this episode was good. It wasn't a lot of action, but it wasn't boring. I enjoyed it, and also the part where Iris and Barry had that serious talk. That that part was so good that I actually thought Iris was herself. I'm like, okay, you know what? Maybe this really is Iris, just like a little bit different. Maybe the mirror changed her a little bit, but it's still Iris. Because she was going back and saying some, on some really important things. Just the way she said it with the meaning, and I'm like, man, she really had me fooled for real. And even Joe. I mean, when Barry explained to Joe what was going on, even Joe was like, Iris, she's been different, and he had a point. Barry was in crisis, so Iris kind of had to be different. They really thought that Barry was gonna die, so she was preparing herself for a life without Barry, and she can't always depend on him to save her all the time. And if you notice from the last episode, Iris' lightweight turned into a badass. I mean, before she was a damsel in distress, always needs saving. It's cool. It didn't really bother you that much, but now she is a badass. She really can hold her own, and she's not scared. I mean, the Savitar season, she thought she was facing death, and she was scared of it all the time until she just was like, you know what? It's no point in being scared anymore. And she just has no fear now. I mean, she was being chased by a girl with a black hole gun. And it's like she wasn't even freaking out about it. I'm like, man, I thought she would have been hit the panic button already, but she didn't. I mean, she even snuck out the house in the middle of the night, didn't ask Barry to go, nothing. She did it 100% on her own, broke into the building, all that. I'm like, man, and this is before she got taken into the mirror. So Iris was a badass. So the fact that in this episode, this new episode 11, that she was even a more of a badass, it was still kind of believable. I mean, you could tell that it was a little bit over the top, that that's not Iris, but it was still kind of believable. When she had that talk with Barry, she made everything make sense. Because Barry was like, look, you're doing a little too much. I kind of feel like, something's wrong. And when she explained everything, it made sense. And then shortly after, you see Iris in the mirror, the real Iris stuck in the mirror. I'm like, okay, that's confirmation. That's not really her. But I wonder, I thought it was only the one mirror that Iris was stuck in the building. And I'm like, how are they gonna get back in there? But I guess any mirror that the doppelganger, we'll call her that for now, or even McCulloch, I guess any mirror that she looks into, the real Iris can really see her. So I don't know. They're gonna have to explain the mirror world a little bit more in depth because I'm confused. I get the gist of it, but I still don't know everything. And the teaser at the end when Nash Wells seen a doppelganger of himself, my first thought was it's Reverse Flash because it would make sense. But then when you think about Harry, his daughter is Jessie Quick. She can travel in time or whatever, and there's a chance that maybe they came from a different Earth. Maybe Nash Wells is having visions. I'm not sure, but everyone on Earth Prime and Team Flash, they don't know nothing about there being a multiverse. So Jessie Quick is still probably out there along with the other Wells. He's still out there. But I don't think it's Eobard. If it was Eobard, when it's him. He always knows how to make a grand entrance. The music, they're not going to just tease him something small. If that was Eobard, you would know. Every time Eobard came, you definitely knew he came in with a bang. He's ruthless. You would know. But yeah, I definitely think it's Harry, but we're going to see next episode what's all going down. And my thoughts on the next season 6 episode 12, my thoughts or what I predict is going to happen is that's when Ralph's soon to be wife, the episode is called A Girl Named Sue, and that's Ralph's soon to be wife, I guess. But I guess according to the comics, I watch reviews and stuff, so I know that that's his wife in the future. But I think that she is going to find out about Iris being stuck in the mirror because she's a good detective and Ralph's a good detective, and them teaming up, I think they are going to make like a super team. And I think they're going to be the ones to figure out about Iris being in the mirror. I have no idea how they're going to find out. The teaser really didn't give much, but I think it's definitely going to be a better episode than what episode 11 was. But that is my review on season 6 episode 11. Give me you guys thoughts if you want, or your theories, and like, comment, subscribe. Chopper Style out.